Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video is to talk about sometimes people are going through vision compromise that makes you question a lot of different things. The word of God says there is nothing to fear. Fear is not of God, and it's the reason why it's not of God. Some of the things that are in your visions that you have fear about, things that you are threatened about, whether it's life or death situations, whether it's stuff that you are observing that was sold there by the enemy. Fear was sold into you by the enemy. Certain things that you're going through was showed to you by your enemy. Certain things that are happening in your life, that was there because of your enemy. Your enemy is trying to use psychological tactics to destroy you. So it's making you see certain things that is not there. It's sitting up there, it's playing on your intelligence. It's sitting up there creating walls. These walls are not there. You're going through being internal. So what is happening? You're stuck inside yourself with the inability to move, and they're playing on your mind, your intelligence, and basically putting you like in a simulation type state. To stop your progression, stop your growth, stop you from moving, stop you from having um, stop you from doing the things which you would normally do. The word of God says the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I come so that you can have life. Remember this, as they're playing their little games, which is psychological games, which is to play on your fear, to intimidate you. Remember that God said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear. I gave you the spirit of courage. I gave you the spirit to conquer. I gave you the spirit of authority. I gave you the spirit to have dominion and to have authority and control. Although it's under me, you still have control. And the enemy seeks to uproot those things through certain things they're doing with the AI, the artificial intelligence. You're going through vision compromise through that. You're going through dark persuasion. The enemy's doing that, dark psychology, to manipulate your thoughts to think a certain way. We talk about I am who I am. Remember the last preaching that the last testament that I did, it wasn't really a preaching, it's more like a testament. I am who I am. Okay, guess what? The enemy's not going to give up easy on who he wants you to be. He wants you to be everything that's against the word of God. The word of God is working for you. The enemy wants you to work against what's going to work for you. And I can tell you, in so many times in my life, I had this job. I was working at this hospital. And I'm so thankful to have a job working at the hospital. You know, it's hard to get into those hospitals. It's hard to get certain opportunities, certain doors to open for you. And I remember the first day I went up under attack. I felt like, shoot, I was going through so much attack. I swear it was ridiculous. The second day, same thing. Attack, 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 attack. And it's mental. It's more mental than anything else. And if you allow them to deprive you, they will deprive you. Sometimes we're going to have to go through some hard places to actually move forth and do what we have to do, because we're dealing with vision compromise. We're dealing with not being able to smell, not being able to see, not being able to eat properly, because everything you eat tastes disgusting sometimes. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm going through that like right now. Like I'm eating, but it's just like ugh, and I'm trying to fight through eating. Just my eating habits, and just I know that my food is sealed. I sometimes buy potato chips, everything sealed, or I buy from a restaurant that I know and I trust, that I know they're using imported water or something like that, or bottled water. I try to buy as careful and as well as I can possibly do. And a lot of times when I'm going through this, I like to fix my own food as well. But with my circumstances and my situation, I'm kind of limited. So I'm still using external sources until I can get like in a actual good situation, a good living situation. So I tell people all the time, be careful, because a lot of times we're under these attacks. We don't know what it is. They want you curled up and balled up in a corner and not moving, because the world seems so fearful. The world seems so frightening and stuff like that. And we have to sit up there and we have to walk. We have to walk with authority. We got to walk amongst things that we may very well fear. We may very well not. I might not like to walk amongst that. You know what I'm saying? We might have to sit up there and destroy some things just so that we can have peace of mind. Whatever you have to do to get to the next level, do what you have to do, but do not carry the spirit of fear. Do not carry the spirit of compromising as well. A lot of times these people want you in hoism, honestly, and they will do anything. They will lie, cheat, and steal to get you into this. And they're very flamboyant and bold. I lie. I lie. And I'm telling you, this is how they say it to you. I lie on you. I lie on you. I know you ain't did nothing. I still lie on you and tell them people you did something and all kinds of stuff like that. And you have to stand bold. You have to stand firm and let them know no lie that you sent out into this world will conquer over me. Now, they may very well give you what you asking for because they believe in you more than me. But at the same time, everything that happens to the woman or the man of God happens for their good. So therefore, if something is removed from me, something taken from me, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to thank the Lord anyway and say, God, I know that you're working things in my favor and you're working things out for my good. You will return that which is mine that was taken. You will return everything that the enemy thought that he stole from me and give me more than that. I will prosper. I will not sit up here and be the lesser. I will be the greater. God has a purpose. He has a plan. He has a calling. But the enemy is playing with us mentally to stop us, to keep us falling. I remember the hospital job, they were offering me a like a CT tech position. Say they'll send me to school, everything. I was so happy, and to have resigned from that position hurt me to my heart. It hurt me to my heart to just I have to let go because I knew that they would not understand the challenges that I was going through. And I made up in my mind, I said, if a door opens for me, no matter how many fights I have to go through, no matter what I got to go through, I'm keeping my job. Because I started realizing the enemy's not going to let me have peace. The enemy doesn't want me with peace. The enemy's not going to let me have happiness. The enemy does not want me with happiness. So I have to sit up and I have to do everything that I can to orchestrate my own happiness and to work and engineer my own happiness because the enemy is desperate to see me suffering. The enemy's happy when I'm in poverty. The enemy's happy when I can't work. The enemy's happy when I'm sick. The enemy's happy when I'm not where I'm supposed to be. That's the whole purpose of them doing what they're doing. We're talking about weeds. These people were planted amongst us as weeds to steal from us. They're happy when we don't have, financially. Well, why don't I have? You don't have financially because this weed is sitting up here sucking all the money from you and the life from you, trying to keep you in poverty. Um, a lot of times you're sitting up here, you're dealing with switches. Okay, mine's working out good, theirs it ain't. Why isn't theirs working out good? You made all the wrong choices and expected all the best things. You have to make wiser decisions. I chose not to date and stuff like that. You chose to date. Now you ready to rape me off and sit up here and give me your STDs because you don't want to go to the doctor and admit that you have an STD. So you trying to give me an STD so I can go get tested because I'm gonna try to go get tested and get myself straight. And now I got to deal with rape situations and every 5 minutes going to the doctor saying, "Oh yeah, you got this, you got that, you got this, you got that." I'm telling you, it gets real out here. We really have to sit up here and we have to believe in God and know that God is doing a lot of different things to work things out in our favor, to work things out where we can prosper, to work things out where we can have, to work things out where we can make a difference and make a way. But we can't be scared. The enemy telling you, okay, well, I'll let you go if you do what I say. You think I'm gonna listen to the enemy? You gonna let me go if I do what you say? You is a terrorist. You is not gonna let nobody go. I'm not compromising with you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not having nothing to do with you because I know you're never gonna let me go. So therefore, I'm gonna sit here. However I gotta sit here, however I gotta go through, and just go through it. I'm not begging you for nothing, and just go through. It's hard. When I wake up, I wake up. When it's over, it's over. Until then, it is what it is. If I got a slave, I got a slave. If I gotta work hard, I gotta work hard. It just is what it is. I didn't get to choose what I want. It was thrown on me, and now I gotta deal with whatever's thrown on me. And this is all the mental game. They're gonna tell you something. Oh, you a slave because you working. Guess what? Ain't they working too? So they'll slave right along with you. You go ahead on. You get out there and you get your money. Stop letting them tell you what the hell you will and do what you got to do. Another thing I learned too, I'm so against the Antichrist. So it's ridiculous. And I had to realize the Antichrist is not me going to work and them setting up stuff and doing what they doing, which we know they are antichrist because of the actions and me being able to read the terms or whatever the case may be. But I had to start now saying, okay, despite the antichrist, I'm going to do what I have to do for myself, because I will never get anywhere if I continue to play into this hand of looking at the Antichrist and those that are disbelievers and those that don't believe in the government and those that don't believe in God and those that don't trust God. I'm not going to get anywhere. I got to be that one that makes it. I got to be that one that still scribes. I got to be that one that stay biblically focused on God and say, okay, well, God, we finna go into warfare, and we finna go into warfare knowing that basically I'm not supposed to be working right now, but I'm going to trust you that you're going to bring me out. I'm going to trust that I'm not going to end up with this mark of the beast, but I'm going to end up with a mark that says that I am holy and righteous in accordance with your will. I know these people are antichrist because of their actions. I know they're not believers in God. But guess what, God? A man that don't work don't eat. And I don't steal. I don't rob. I don't prostitute myself out. I don't sell dope. I don't do nothing illegal. So therefore, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to work despite my odds and my situation and try to make the best out of a bad situation and hope that you can open up doors and bless me in the enemy's house and the enemy's job, on the enemy's everything, because the enemy can't stomach me. But guess what? I put it in your hands and I'm still go to work. I'm still do what I have to do. I already know the situation. I already know the odds are against me. I already know that I'm in simulation. I already know about the switches and tears. When I tell you I can be switched out at a moment, blanked out at a moment, eyes open, blank completely out at a moment, just stuck on stupid at a moment's notice. So knowing all of that, I have to trust in a higher power. I have to trust in God. I have to trust what the word of God says, because I know my enemy's playing games. They don't care nothing about that. But God said, wait until the switches are moved. Wait until the tears are moved. You switched a whole bunch of stuff out that was mine and put it in your name. Let's see when it's removed and it's back where it's supposed to be, how you going to make it. You switched a whole bunch of stuff out, and you tore a whole bunch of stuff out of my life. And you tore a whole bunch of things that are mine from me. See what happens when God restores. And he will restore. You took a lot of money from me. See what happens when God sit up there and start to restore the money that you took from me and give back the money that you took from me. You took a lot of nutrients, man. My meals you was taking and everything. See what happens when God restores. See how you survive. See how you make it when you fumbling around in the dark. And this is going vice versa. I trust in the word of God. I live my life the right way, and I tell people this all the time. Make sure that y'all doing the same, because the enemy gonna come with every tactic in the book. You could be riding down the road, all of a sudden it's like you in a vortex. The road changing. It's like you sitting up there, you riding on water. Don't let the enemy have authority and control over you despite what you see. Don't give him authority and control. We walk not by sight, but by faith, knowing that all things will work together for your good. Please believe that. Hopefully these words encourage you. Stay blessed.